All right, last one, emphasis. And this is another really powerful one. It can be used for evil, but I'm going to show you an evil example just to prove how powerful this is. And then I'll urge you, obviously, only to use this for good. So this is Nutella. Nutella hazelnut spread with cocoa, right? And Nutella, by the way, is a $30 billion brand. The company that holds Nutella, that's their market share. And in recent years, they've grown significantly. And a lot of that is attributed to this marketing campaign that they ran several years back where they positioned Nutella as part of a healthy breakfast. Now, the emphasis is on healthy breakfast, not on the part of a healthy breakfast, right? Because here's the reality. Here's what Nutella is made out of. First of all, the ingredient that is in Nutella the most is sugar, by far. The second most common ingredient, or the second most represented ingredient in Nutella is palm oil. All right? And then there's skim milk powder, and then there's cocoa, and then there's hazelnuts. Maybe hazelnuts are the only thing that's healthy in there, but hazelnuts are also only healthy in moderation. But literally, moms all across the world were now using Nutella in their breakfast, offering to their children, thinking it was healthy. And Nutella got sued. And Nutella can no longer run this campaign, and they had to change their labels. But they probably grew $1 billion to $3 billion in market valuation. And they paid a $3 million fine. So, ethics and morals aside, you're like, do I want to get slapped on the wrist for $3 million if it makes me another $1 billion? Yeah, I do. I don't like playing the game that way, nor would I ever recommend you play the game that way. But my whole point is what you focus on, what you blow up and magnify, or what you diminish and not put emphasis on can largely affect how somebody believes what you can do for them or doesn't believe it. So here's my plea to you. If a company can convince you that this is healthy, can convince a world that what is clearly, obviously not healthy is healthy, you should convince somebody what's already good for them to do that is good for them. So weight loss should be able to be repatterned and frames should be able to control because of not, right now weight loss is not very effective in the industry. Because I would say that the frame is not being controlled effectively. Investing in yourself for a retirement one day to be, 47% of Americans have less than $600 of savings. So the education world related to finance is not done very well. And we all know we should be more responsible with our money. We all know we should eat healthier, right? So why don't we use that same power that is used to convince people of a complete lie to frame control for good? So that's what I ask of you to consider is what should we emphasize and magnify and blow up? And so Dean Graziosi, who's also part of the 100K group, he sold over 400,000 copies of this book, Millionaire Success Habits. And it's fascinating because he could say, hey, if you just pay shipping, I'll give you the book for free, right? Or he could say, I'll make the shipping free if you just pay for the book. And one of those has a way stronger appeal than the other. So shipping is, I think it's $7. Let's just say for the sake of this argument here that it's $7, right? At the end of the day, whether the shipping free and you pay $7 for the book or the book is free and you pay $7 for shipping, the result is the same. You still pay $7. There's no two ways about it, right? But if people feel like the book is free and they pay for the shipping, that has a lot more power than if the shipping is free and they pay for the book. In this situation, that has a lot more power. So get your free hardcover copy of Millionaire Success Habits only while supplies last. Exclamation, 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 yada, 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 right? Here's everything you're getting for free, right? Get your free book. We pay for the book, you cover shipping. That's the whole frame of this. Now you could argue that, is this a little deceptive? Because people are going into this thinking that it's free, and then after they fill out the form, they realize, oh, I do have to pay shipping, but commitment and consistency, I'm already here, so let me move forward. Yeah, maybe you could argue that. And certainly, there's different degrees of aggressiveness that are going to be comfortable to you. And I'm not a huge fan of what I call bait and switch marketing, where I say it's free and it's not. I would probably myself in the headline put, just cover shipping. Get your free book, just cover shipping. That's my comfort level to where I feel long-term that's going to actually make me more money too. But the point is the point, right? Literally, what is free and what isn't free. This is the reason why we put more emphasis on the bonuses than we do on the product. We'll spend a few minutes talking about what you pay for, and then we'll spend a lot more time talking about what you get for free. The reality is you get it all for the same price, but what we emphasize is free versus what we emphasize you pay for can be a huge difference between a moderately successful campaign and a massively successful campaign. So think about what you're emphasizing and what you're blowing up and magnifying and making really real and emotional and tangible. So I'll end it on this, and this is one of my favorite examples of all time. Who should fear who? Should humans be fearing sharks, or should sharks be fearing humans? Well, did you know that sharks kill about 6 people a year? 6! 6 people a year. That's it. And humans kill over 90 million sharks a year. It's a travesty, honestly. It really is. For why? Shark fin soup. They kill the shark just for the fin to put into soup. And it's a huge problem, and hopefully they'll solve this. But they don't have Human Week on the Discovery Channel. They have Shark Week. And Shark Week is time and time again the #1 watched program in all of Discovery. Now, here's a little pop quiz for you, and I'm going to bring the questions so I can see this. Let me ask you this. Do you know who the deadliest creature of all is? The deadliest creature of all time. Who is man is almost the deadliest creature. Man is second. Oh, damn, I love you guys. You guys are smart. Some of you are getting this. Here is your deadliest creature of all time. Ready for this? Bzzz, the mosquito. The mosquito, the only person that kills more people than humans is mosquitoes, but there is no mosquito week. Why? Because sharks have that natural emphasis built into them. A shark looks scary as hell. When a shark does kill, it kills. It rips you apart. The shark is kind of mysterious, and you don't often encounter a shark, where most of us encounter hundreds and thousands of mosquitoes. And most of us live to tell the tale of the tiny little thing that's just a minor annoyance that unfortunately still kills more people than any other thing that exists. But that's the natural frame. But I could frame a mosquito any day of the week to be the scariest thing on earth, because the reality is, or the deadliest thing on earth, because the reality is, it is the deadliest. But by default, a shark gets all the attention, even though in reality they only kill 6 people a year and they only harm a handful of people a year. And it's unlikely you're going to even encounter them. So let's take the frame control back so we can emphasize and influence based on the reality, not allow this stupid perception, which isn't even true, to result in instances where things like hazelnut spread, Nutella is considered healthy, and sharks are considered some of the deadliest creatures in the world. And we can do this with our message to have a greater impact with more influence and reach more people and impact more people positively using these frame techniques. And this is how we control the frame instead of defaulting to the frame or letting the frame control us.